Hello and welcome to Ann Arbor, Michigan for this Big Ten women's soccer matchup between the number 5 Northwestern Wildcats and the Michigan Wolverines. We apologize for some technical issues. We are joining in. Game has started 1 minute ago with no score, but you have not missed much. Michigan controlling right now in their defensive zone. Michigan wearing the blue kits, and they are heading to our right. Northwestern, the 5th-ranked Wildcats, all white today, and they are shooting to our left in this first half. Michigan taking it up, trying to establish something early. Tackle made, and Northwestern will be given possession after the foul. The officials for today are Sergio Gonzalez, Jake Brochu, Christian Vorovenci, and Marcus Barnett. Those are officials for today as Northwestern gets their free kick, played right to the Wolverines, and the Wolverines will control. It's Hackinson. Plus she plays it out of play. Northwestern will get a throw in right near midfield. Northwestern starting to move the ball up, trying to get into their attacking third. As we mentioned, the 5th-ranked team in the country. They are 11, 1-2 on the year. Lone loss coming to the Kansas Jayhawks in Lawrence, Kansas. Second game of the year early in late August. They have not lost since, and they're looking like one of the premier teams in the country going up against the Wolverines. 42 minutes to go in the first half. We are still scoreless. Michigan swarming defensively, and they will get the ball.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Northwestern, one of those best women's college soccer programs this season, especially as, they only have one loss, and the Michigan Wolverines, with so much high hopes coming into this season, not the greatest start, but, this could be one of those wins that gets them going in the second half of the season.
Wolverines sitting at 6-5-3, only one win, however, in Big Ten play, and also only one win here at UOM Soccer Stadium. Trying to get their second win here in what would be a huge upset win at home against these Northwestern Wildcats. Right now, the Wildcats control it in their defensive zone, playing back and forth.
And head coach Jennifer Klein electing to, do a little bit of a shift in the midfield, adding, 2 defenders, 3 in the back line. That could be, just to contain, the really good midfield play by the Northwestern Wildcats.
It's a good strategy from Klein. We'll see how it pays off today. Michigan taking it up. It is Hackinson, but tackle made as the Wolverines turned it over. Northwestern will be able to get the ball back.
Side note, I believe this is the same crew that reffed the Michigan men's soccer game on Tuesday against Ohio State.
I believe so. They kept their pocketbooks in their pocket for the most part, only calling 2 yellow cards in what was a physical game here on Tuesday night.
Yeah, we're 5 minutes into this first half and already multiple whistles, lots of stoppage of play.
League will take it for the Wolverines. She plays it back to Ridgway, who played across to her defensive partner, Tolbert. Tolbert will take it up. Here come the Wolverines. It's Lawrence taking it, but she gets turned over, and Northwestern will take it out. Reggianoni for the Wildcats plays it. Here comes Del Carmen, who fires a shot that is blocked, picked up by Gilbertson. Gilbertson forced out of ball, goes out of bounds, and Northwestern will get the first corner kick of the evening. This chilly fall evening, beautiful day, however. Partly cloudy skies, wind is blowing though. Beautiful fall day for some soccer.
Definitely Big Ten weather here in the Midwest.
Northwestern lining up in the corner for their first of the day. Plays it into the box. Header fires and it's saved. Made by Nino.
Yeah, good save by Nino right there. Corner kick coming in from the far side. Absolute beautiful header right to Nino. And, you know, Michigan, the Wolverines have played a lot of close games this season. Most of their games, you know, 5 of their Big Ten matches have been one-goal affairs. So I would expect something similar to that, a low-scoring game for the Wolverines.
For the Wolverines, you got to just be able to capitalize, though. You got to finish the game as Nino will play it and clear it away.
And soccer is definitely one of those sports where it's like you want to make your presence known early on. And, you know, for the Wolverines, they have a tall task. You know, you got the number 5 team in the country come in to play on your home turf. You definitely want to set the tone. And, you know, Coach Klein is probably like, you know, we got to get that goal early on.
Definitely, as Northwestern maintaining possession in their offensive zone. Crossed out of play, well defended by the Wolverines. They had 2 players on. And Izzy Nino will get to goal kick. Nino made the first save of the game. She has only allowed 1 goal of average per game. She's made 36 saves on the season. That was her 37th. As Michigan starts playing it up, it's League, plays it back. Fought tackle made, no call, play will continue. It's Kalita will play back to Tolbert for the Wolverines. Tolbert, the sophomore from Murphy, Texas, to League. League will try and play a through ball, and it gets past the defense. Will the Wolverines be able to chase it down? No. Great defense by the Northwestern, but they do get the corner kick. Michigan with their first opportunity to potentially strike early here against the Wildcats.
Yeah, really good opportunity for the Wolverines. Now they're going to have the corner kick on the near side to us.
We'll see how they play it here. The arm is raised and the kick is fired into the box. Clamoring for a handball or Northwestern, and they will get the handball called. So nothing doing on that first corner kick of the evening. And the goaltender for Northwestern, Mia Rabin, will clear it out for the Wildcats. Or as she will just instead pass it off to her defense, and they will set up shop. 36:30 to go here in the first half, no score. Shots are 1-0 in favor of the Wildcats. Corners 2-1 in favor of the Wildcats as well. Ball goes out of play. Northwestern will get the possession once again. On a throw. Duchetti will take it up for the Wildcats. Plays it back. Fought for and well defended by Kalita. Northwestern trying to establish the outer halves of the field. Cross over to an open Ella Haas, who makes a move around the goalie Nino, but the ball's cleared away. Nino gets back into her box, and nothing doing of that opportunity as it'll go out for a corner kick, but almost Northwestern putting it in there.
Yeah, most dangerous attack so far of this game. I would have liked to see Nino go a little bit more aggressive into that tackle. You know, the referees, they are there to protect the goalie, so, you know, go in, grab the ball so that way you don't give up these early opportunities.
Goalies definitely have the advantage when it comes to getting whistles from the crews, keeping them safe, as a corner goes long and fires for Northwestern and hit a defender and stays out.
Bend, don't break mentality. Northwestern with 2 great opportunities, one from just outside the 6-yard box, and then the second one, Michigan was lucky to have a defender on that near post. Otherwise, we'd be talking about Northwestern being up 1-0.
Northwestern able to maintain. They'll fire cross in and headed by Ella Haas, but not on target, and the Wolverines will be to take it out. It's Meredith Hackinson out of Maple Grove, Minnesota. Big tackle right in front of the Michigan bench. And League will take it for the defense, who will play it out, and Nino will control behind in the crease, in the box for Michigan to set up.
It's a cold one out here.
It is cold. It feels like we're in Yost for a hockey game, but the hands are cold. We've been set up shop outside the press box.
We'll have hockey coverage tomorrow night when the Michigan Wolverines welcome in Boston University for a 2-game series. Game 1 tomorrow night at 7, and then Game 2 on Sunday at 6.
Those will be some top 10 battles that we are looking forward to those, as here comes Hackinson, plays it out, cross back and fires, they score! Michigan is on the board, but no, correct me, I am wrong, there's offsides called. The linesman out of my sight. The flag was up and offsides called, and we remain scoreless.
Yeah. Sammy Woods, the guilty one on that one, just getting ahead of that back line. But great possession there by the Wolverines, dodging, you know that bend don't break type of mentality, able to get the ball out of their own zone and get it into Northwestern territory.
They've been keeping up the pressure here. I apologize for the mistake. The line judge over on their near side, blocked by the bleachers and the fans moving around. Did not see the call made immediately. But the Wolverines, we remain scoreless here in Ann Arbor. But Michigan controlling the ball now and trying to get things set up. League on the defense will play it up. Plays it back. It's Kalita. Layson tried to make a play, but she couldn't. The ball is turned over, and here comes Northwestern. They have a 2-on-2, but reinforcements coming for the Wolverines. It's Bode for Northwestern. Plays it to Haas. Haas makes a move, and she is in. Fires with her left foot, and a diving save made by Nino. What a save on the left-footed shot.
Izzy Nino has been pretty busy in her box today early on, making a diving save, giving up the corner kick for the Northwestern Wildcats.
She has looked sharp early. Great job diving to her right, punching the ball out behind the goal, and we will have a corner for the Wildcats. Armors up, fires it into the box. Headed by, I believe, a Wildcat, and it is. It will be a goal kick. Nino claps as the defense gets a stand here, and a goal kick coming for the Wolverines. 31:45 to go here in half number 1 with a scoreless tie. Lee will take it and play it back. Up, try to get it. But here comes Northwestern, battling for the ball right in front of us here. Hackinson will play it up. A little tic-tac-toe action. Tried to get to Farkas, but she could not get in time, and Northwestern will play it and settle things down, and their defense will pass it around.
Yeah, settle things down is definitely going to be one of those key terms that we're going to use quite often in this game. I mean, in a 0-0 game, you definitely want stuff to be settled down, especially if you're Michigan playing a high, really good offensive team in Northwestern. You want to possess the ball. You don't want to give Northwestern opportunities that they don't earn.
Exactly. You don't want to be overly aggressive where you give up a clear opportunity for the Wildcats, because they are a team that frankly, they don't need those gift-wrapped goals. They are very much capable of scoring, and you got to make them earn every goal here today if you want to have a chance at winning and pulling off the upset. Northwestern taking it up. Cross into the box. Haas tried to play. She couldn't for Northwestern and played back. Touched a little far. Boxed out by Bode, and she will, for a moment, retain possession for the Wildcats, but Hawkinson will control it for the Wolverines, and she will settle it back. And Michigan will settle it down and begin play forward. Michigan trying to establish pass to nobody, and the goaltender Rabin will control quick pass to the defense for Northwestern.
Yeah, 15 minutes into this match, contest, all knotted up at 0. Both teams, great opportunities for both teams so far. Michigan, just a slight step too far, and they would have been up a goal.
Yeah, each team with good opportunities to start, as the Wolverines force a turnover. Does not get them very far, and Northwestern forces them back into the defensive zone. Plays up in the middle of the defense. It's Kadlitana to League. League plays it a little too far, tries to get it to Hackinson, but a little miscommunication. But Hackinson does get it back on a turnover. But Northwestern will play it back to their goaltender, and she will settle things down once again.
Yeah, Wolverines trying to pick up the tempo slightly right there, trying to get the ball into their forward, Lily Farkas, but just a little bit too far ahead from her, and then she was looking for Sammy Woods, but this Northwestern defense is nothing to mess around with.
They're making you have to be pinpoint accurate against these Wildcats if you want to get good opportunities. Turned over, and Northwestern will regain the ball just outside the center circle. Pass out. Nobody there for the Wildcats for the moment, but it is picked up. It is a windy day here. Our outdoor press box has our things flying around as the ball goes out of play for a Michigan throw-in. At the sideline of the Michigan student section, not overly packed student section today. They did not want to bear the elements on this Thursday evening.
They're probably studying for midterms.
It is the end of our midterm. As here comes Hawkinson, who's got a cross, and she is up. But Northwestern does a great job getting back defensively. Plays it right in front. Northwestern claiming for an offsides, and they will get the offsides. This time I did notice the linesman make the call.
Yeah, Casey Lawrence this time. I thought she might have got back just in time because she was right behind her defender and then coming back in, but the ball was already played to her before she could, reestablish herself in front of the Northwestern defense.
Not enough time to get back onside, and the linesman was right on making the call.
Got to love the aggression, though, by the Wolverines. If you want to pull off the upset, you got to play aggressive, and that's what they're doing. Here come the Wolverines getting on the attack.
Here comes Kalita for the Wolverines. Plays it back to League, I should say, and League will send it back to the defense. It is Ridgway. Ridgway tried to make a play. Michigan will once again settle down, waiting for that right opportunity to move the ball forward. Here comes Ridgway again with the ball. She'll play it up to League. League tried to get it inside, but no Wolverines in the area. And here comes Del Carmen for Northwestern. She is flanked by 5 Wolverines. Can she make a move on her own? She'll fire, shots blocked. Nobody was there. She just put the ball towards the target and was blocked by one of the defenders for the Wolverines. But Northwestern will retain possession.
Yeah, the Wolverines got 10 people behind the ball right now, so we're playing a lot of good defense. They only have one striker up at top.
Crossed into the box. Defended well by the Wolverines. As you mentioned, Amir, they have the players defensively in the box there. No opportunity, and Nino will take control and roll it out to her defense.
Yeah, they have technically, I guess, like 3 forwards listed on the sheet, but, they're playing with one target forward with Sammy Woods up top and then 10 players behind the ball. So
they're definitely focusing on the defense here today. Plays it out.
Great ball.
Woods, what a ball. Here come the Wolverines. Fires. Weak shot held by Rabin. Good job by Northwestern to force a weaker shot opportunity that was presenting.
Yeah, really good first touch by Sammy Woods to control the ball and then to play it out wide to her left. But just not a good shot by the Wolverines. But you got to love how they can read that play and see where the possession is going. And, if you're Casey Lawrence, you want to get a good shot. You want to make the netminder, make that save.
Mm-hmm. Which he did, made the routine save in Northwestern.
But even on these shots, you also want to get a good enough shot where you can get that second, potential third opportunity, but you got to have your teammates crash the net.
Exactly. A one-shot trip will just give Northwestern possession as they do here. Here comes Haas on the side. She'll cross it into the box. Nobody there. Northwestern does get the ball, though. Gilbertson will try and force outside, but is well defended, well covered by the Wolverines, and they are able to retain possession defensively.
Another thing the Wolverines are trying to do is, they're trying to swing the ball from side to side. Sammy Woods is the lone forward up top, but then they have Meredith Hawkinson coming to the near side trying to get the ball over. Because Northwestern is playing heavily on one side.
Mm-hmm.
So if they can swing it over to Hawkinson right here,
We've seen it a couple
they can get
times.
moving. Keeping both channels open, the left and the right side.
Here comes the aforementioned Hawkinson, who will play a long through ball too far for League, who is sneaking out for defensive position to try and get that, but it was well off for a goal kick.
It's a tough ball to play, but if you want to play those type of balls, that's got to be more of a lofted ball, so that way, you know, it kind of lands on the grass, but this time it was more directly driven, so.
Number 14 coming in, Danielle Wolf out of West Bloomfield, Michigan. Casey Lawrence, one of the players coming out for the Wolverines. They make their first changes of the evening. Getting fresh legs out there against this Northwestern team. Northwestern coming in, a turnover here. We'll get back to that in a moment. Here come the Wolverines. It's Kalita, plays it out, and an offside flag once again. The third time today. This time was Hawkinson trying to sneak in behind the defensive line, but she was called once again for offsides just inside the box. And as I was just saying, Northwestern coming off a 2-1 victory versus the Wisconsin Badgers. They're 4-0-1 in their last 5. As we mentioned earlier, their only loss coming second game of the year in Lawrence, Kansas, against the Jayhawks, who have not turned out to be the greatest program this season, but the one blemish on the record for these Wildcats as they tried to play in front to Haas, but it went over her head out for a throw-in the defensive end for the Wolverines.
Yeah, looking at the early stats as we're at the 22 minutes left in the half. Northwestern with 5 shots, 3 of those on target. Michigan with 1 shot on target, but Michigan also with 3 offsides. So you just got to keep your head on the swivel. You know, don't want to have those unforced turnovers.
They give the ball right back to this dangerous Wildcat team. So if you're Michigan, you want to clean it up as they try to get something going. Farkas tried to make a play, but she lost control of the ball, and Northwestern will control in their defensive end. Long deep ball, tried to get it to Haas for Northwestern, and it was defended well, but Northwestern does control the ball here. Northwestern been a little off on these crosses across the field, deep, trying to get these longer connections, and the Wolverines have been there to recover so far this first half of half number 1. In a scoreless tie here in Ann Arbor. Here comes Brennan down the right side, one of the subs in for Michigan. Brennan maintains possession. She'll try to get into the box, but she draws a foul. And Michigan will get their first free kick in a semi-dangerous opportunity to the right side of the box.
Yeah, a very dangerous set piece right here for the Wolverines. Looks like it's gonna be just outside of the box, about 6 yards to the right.
Brindenstein will be taking the kick for Michigan.
Yeah, and right here, best thing you want to do is just loft it up right in that PK spot and hope you can get a teammate to get a head on it and put it in the back of the net. If not, you got to crash that second and third ball.
For Northwestern, just try to get the ball out and not force any chances. The referee instructing players to calm it down a little bit as we prepare for this free kick, which comes in. Oh, and wide open, and a save made by Reban. Good job for Michigan on the set piece to get that header. She was wide open right in the front of the box. Put the header directly at Reban, who made a simple save, catching the ball right in front of her.
So you can play at everything that you want for the Wolverines. Beautiful set piece, get a head on it. But when you have a goalie like Mia Reban in between the pipes, makes a clean save. It's a good one. You want to test her. That's the second shot on goal for the Wolverines. Mia
Reban, the graduate goaltender from Wake Forest, having herself quite a season so far for Northwestern. She started most of the games for Northwestern. We'll see if Northwestern try to play a ball, but it does go out of play. So Michigan will get the throw. Try to set things up. 19 minutes and 17 seconds to go here in the first half of a scoreless game here at Soccer Stadium. Still pretty chilly, but still a beautiful evening for some fall women's Big Ten soccer here on WCBN Sports. We are happy you are with us here today. Northwestern controlling near the far sideline at midfield, trying to set things up here. Playing it up, here comes Northwestern, a pass up, fires across the middle, defended away by Ridgeway, and she clears it into the empty bleachers for a throw-in for Northwestern. Northwestern using their speed there, getting across there. The cross was not what you'd want if you're the Wildcats, but if they turn the ball over here, and Michigan will get the throw-in right back. That's a touch a little too hard. Ridgeway back in the box, playing it out. Plays it up to Layson. Layson back to Bridgeway. Tried to play it forward, but it hit the defender Haas and went out of play. So the Wolverines will get the ball as a throw-in, just past midfield, trying to get something going. Here's Hackinson. Tries to chip it up to Wolf. Wolf will play it back to Tolbert. Tolbert will settle things down, play it back to Ridgeway.
Yeah, Wolverines trying to possess the ball right here, trying to get Northwestern to bite, so then that way they can get a teammate to sneak in.
Northwestern staying disciplined thus far, however, Michigan just forced to play it back and forth. Ridgeway will get it back again for the defense for the Wolverines.
This plays in favor of Michigan, except when you turn over the ball, which is what they did right now.
Turnover here. Here come the Wildcats. Gilbertson trying to battle with, but Michigan will take control and play it up to midfield. Here comes Farkas for the Wolverines. Farkas tried to play a long pass, a through ball, but there's nobody there for the Wolverines, and Northwestern will control.
Yeah, they wanted to get that ball to curl to the outside, so that way they had the runner just have the ball go right into her stride, but Wolverines able to get the ball back. Again, playing with the ball on their defensive line right now.
Brennan to Hackinson, but Northwestern retakes the ball back. Not much going for either side here. But here comes Northwestern. Here comes Reggie Zoni, who fires a deep ball, and it's corralled by the goaltender Nino. A deep ball.
That was about a 40-yard shot.
Very long. Nino.
Making sure that Izzy Nino is awake in the net. It seems like Michigan has possessed the ball for the longest time, and then, kind of like it, the aggression by Northwestern.
And they get another turnover here. It's Alucino, plays it into the box, tries to back touch, but she's surrounded by three Wolverines and brought down. In the box, no call. Haas will turn it over, fires with her left foot, and it just misses the corner of the net and goes out for a goal kick. Almost the first goal in this ball game.
Yeah, I think the ref is letting Tamia Tolbert know that, got to be a little bit more careful on those. He definitely doesn't want to give up PK in the box this early on for, a soft fall.
Wolverines, though, do get the stand, and they control defensively. 15 minutes to go here in the first half of a scoreless tie. Live from Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Really quick first half, already half hour in.
Yeah, it's flown by. Exciting first half here.
Would you say it was colder tonight or when we were here on Tuesday?
I'd say it's colder tonight. It definitely felt warmer. The rain did come down second half on Tuesday night for the Michigan-Ohio State battle in the men's circuit. It is definitely chilly here today as Haas tries to make a move for the Northwestern. Defended well and brought down Oh, and a little extracurricular activity. And the referee Gonzalez is not a fan of that. He's bringing out the booklet. And it looks like yellow cards will be issued to both Emmy Leeson and Haas for Northwestern. The first bookings of the game, one to each side, it seems. Emily Neeson, the yellow card for Michigan. And Ella Haas will get the yellow for Northwestern.
Yeah, I don't know why he gave a card to Lyson on that one. It seems like she was pulled to the ground, but, you know, the ref is talking with Haas right now a little bit longer. So maybe he just wanted to give both, you know, to keep it fair.
Early on in this game, the ref wants to control the game from a physical standpoint, not let things get out of hand. Here comes the Wolverines on a rush. Lily Farkas plays into the middle. Plays it back to Khalida. Khalida controlling, looking for a teammate to pass the ball to, and she's forced to play it back to Tolbert. Tolbert with the touch out to Sammy Woods, who tried to play it to her far teammate, but it went out of play. Northwestern will get a throw.
Yeah, so right now Michigan is definitely trying to play the ball in the middle, trying to play it into their midfielder or their forward once they check in, and then trying to play it to their outside mid. Because as soon as the Wolverines play it into the middle, they have two defenders right on them. And I think that's where they're trying to get the Northwestern sleeping, is as soon as they get 2 to 3 defenders on one player, you want to be able to swing the ball to the outside.
They just haven't been able to connect too much on that outside pass, but if they can get it going, they can get some good shot attempts. Shots are 7-2 in favor of Northwestern. As that ball is cleared out of play, Northwestern will get a throw in deep on our near side to our far right. Ball's played in. It's Bode for Northwestern, who played out. Good D by the sub Brennan to, for a moment, keep the ball on the offensive, but Northwestern will control. It's Del Carmen who will play it back, and Northwestern moving forward with some pace here. But that ball passed, attempted for Alucino, but it goes out of play, but it will remain a Northwestern.
Yeah, deflection. Otherwise, that's a great ball by the Northwestern Wildcats on the far side of the field.
Some substitutes coming in for the Wolverines and for Northwestern. Hannah Blake coming in for the Wolverines, the freshman from Auckland, New Zealand. Lily Farkas coming out for the Wolverines here with 12 to go in the first half. Good play by Northwestern. They have the ball at right at the edge line there. Good job by Michigan forcing them back. Northwestern forced outside. They maintain possession here, however. Michigan forces the ball out of play for a quick throw by Northwestern, who will play it quickly, fires across, but it's blocked by Tolbert for another throw in deep near the corner flag for Northwestern. And there's a great job by the Wolverines defensively, and they clear it to no one, so Northwestern will just have to regroup. Play goes all the way back to Rabin for the Wildcats. Here comes Northwestern again, though. They have a 3-on-3, but reinforcements coming back for both sides. Crosses into the box. Tried to get to Haas, but it's headed away by the defense for the Wolverines. Dochetti for Northwestern into the middle. Wolverines are swarming the Northwestern Wildcats as they bring it up into this offensive zone. Gilbertson playing the ball out. Here comes Northwestern, bringing it into the box. Cross in the middle, over the head of Haas, and it rolls harmlessly back out of the box. Northwestern trying to get almost a golden opportunity there to put the first one on the board. And Northwestern had been attacking. They had a lot of pressure, but the foul forced Michigan draws a foul, and they will be able to finally settle things down and control themselves.
Yeah, Wolverines getting bailed out there by the referee blowing the whistle, so awarding the free kick. Now the Wolverines can reset as we're under 10 minutes left in the first half, all knotted up at 0.
Here comes Brennan playing it out for Michigan down the sideline, trying to get past. Ooh, hip check there, and the foul will be called. Brennan getting a little bit of the body there. Simply a free kick.
That's our 10th foul of the game.
A physical game here. Michigan trying to assert their dominance against the 5th-ranked team in the country, the Wildcats, but they will take it up themselves. Here comes Paige Miller. Tried to play it out, but it's turned over. Can the Wolverines control? They do. It's Hackinson. She will try and settle things down. Played it back to Hackinson. Out to Tolber in the defense, and Michigan will try and set up an offense. Michigan moving up down the left sideline, outside. They're going to fire deep ball, and just goes over the net. What looks like it could have been a harmless opportunity, nearly getting in just a few feet over the goal post. And it'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, Sarah Brindenstein, I love that shot from the outside of the box. Trying to curl it into the far post, just a little bit too much on it, but you know, you gotta keep the goalie Ray-Ban on her toes.
Keeping her honest. She has not faced many shots today. That was only the 3rd shot for the Wolverines today. The substitute coming, Callie Burrell from Evanston, Illinois, facing her hometown collegiate program. Here comes the Wolverines, though. Tackled in the box, no call. Ball played out. Michigan controls it outside. Northwestern forces the ball out of play. Michigan will get the ball in its throw-in. 7:40 to go here in the first half. The Wolverines control it at the far sideline, but well defended by Northwestern, and they will try and set up an attack here as we near the close of the first half in a scoreless tie here in Ann Arbor. Ray-Ban controlling the goaltender for the Wildcats. Haas trying to play it for Northwestern. She could not control it, but it goes out of play off of the defender for Michigan, Brennan, for a throw-in for Northwestern. Burrell playing the ball well there, forcing Northwestern to play a little extra defense. She will settle it down slowly, plays it out to Haas. Haas has some green grass in front of her. She will slowly move up. Miller tried to play it forward, but she could not. It was defended well. But Northwestern will maintain control as we're under 6 minutes to play. Here comes Bode. Bode will play across out. Haas trying to chase it, and she will get there. Flanked by a defender for the Wolverines, and they do get to force a turnover, and Burrell will get the ball, and she will clear it forward to Danielle Wolf. Wolf tried to get it out to Burrell, but it goes out of play. Northwestern will get the throw-in right in front of us and right in front of the Michigan bench. Northwestern try to get the ball back to Bode on a back and forth, but Michigan forces a turnover, and they are on the rush. A 2-on-5 or 6, and the ball is turned over. Northwestern swarming there, and they have the ball right back on the offensive. Here comes Northwestern, fires a shot, and a diving save made by Nino. Paige Miller firing the shot for Northwestern, and a nice save by Nino.
Yeah, Miller with a really nice shot outside the box. It was kind of weird that last sequence between both teams. Nobody could really get the ball going.
We've seen that quite a bit today as Nino forced to play the ball. Does not get too far, but almost turn over again. We've seen it, though, quite a bit where the ball just staying within No team really able to control the ball, but they're definitely trying to. It's slowing things down. That ball goes right out for a throw-in.
Yeah, and right now with 4:28 left in the first half, all knotted up at 0. If you're Michigan, you wouldn't mind taking a 0-0 lead to the locker room. Both teams obviously love to be up 1-0, but you don't want to give up a cheap goal at the end of the first half.
You definitely want to focus to hunker down here these last 4 minutes and at least not give up a goal. As a long shot is fired and a save made by Rabin near her right post.
Yeah, Avery Coletta with a really good shot, about 25 yards out with pace on the ground, going to the near post. But Rabin with the save.
She was in good position, did not have to move too far to get on her knees and make the save there. Her kick does go right back to the Wolverines. It's Brendan Stein who will control it for a moment, but the ball is turned over, and here comes Northwestern trying to get an offensive attack here in these last waning moments. Good job by the defender, Tolbert, to force the ball out of play, but it's going to be called off of Tolbert.
Really physical play there by Paige Miller, attacking, a little bit too physical there with Tamia Tolbert. Referee allowing the physical play, but Northwestern awarded a corner kick far side of the field with 3 minutes left in the first half.
If you're Michigan, you got to keep this out of the goal here. As obvious as it is to say, but this is a big corner for Northwestern. Plays it into the box. Cleared away by the Wolverines. Northwestern there to keep it in. Here's Haas. Haas will try and fire with her left foot into the box. She will retain control and well defended. Tolbert has been there defensively for the Wolverines. She forces another corner kick.
Really locked down defender for the Michigan Wolverines. Also interesting to see how Northwestern does not put a player on Izzy Nino in the box. So Izzy Nino has free reign. Typically you'll see a team put somebody on the goalie. Northwestern not electing to do that.
Nobody within 6 yards of Nino right now. She's surrounded by 4 Wolverines as the corner is coming in for the Wildcats. Fires a deep corner, gets past, headed off of a defender, and we will just flip to the other side and get another corner kick for the Wildcats. 2:05 to play here, and for the Wolverines, just got to hold on for 2 more minutes and get to the locker room.
Yeah, for the Wolverines, objective 1, get the ball out of the box, and then you want to go quick on the counterattack. Northwestern has just about everybody within 30 yards of the Michigan goal.
Here comes the 3rd consecutive corner for Northwestern. Fires it into the box and headed away by Wolf. Northwestern will control, however. 1:35 to go. Danica Austin played it into the box. Fires a shot and they score! Northwestern getting on the board late here in the first half. Michigan was able to defend the corners well, but the ball stayed on their defensive half. And Katerina Regazzoni putting in for the Wildcats, and they lead 1-0 here with 1:27 to go in the first half. Exactly what you do not want if you're the Wolverines here. They were defending the corners well, but weren't able to regain control. Northwestern was able to contain the control in their offensive zone. Ball was played in by Danica Austin. Paige Miller getting credited with the assist. Here come the Wolverines, though, coming back, and they will force a corner kick of their own.
Yeah, with 67 seconds left in the first half, Wolverines, there's no rush right now. You want to get your best corner kick here to get back into this game, because that's when mistakes happen most, is 5 minutes after a goal is scored.
Michigan getting the corner here. Can they get leveled late in the half, headered away, and Northwestern is there and cleared it, but it was blocked. So cleared, not going all the way out, and Michigan will get a throw in 40 seconds to go. Can they push on the offensive here in these last few seconds and get something on goal here? The throw in, a little hard of a touch. But Michigan does control, though. Blake will play it outside. 18 seconds left. Crosses into the box. Oh, Burrell was there, but she could not get a shot away. As a 10-second timer counts down. Burrell out to cross it out of bounds for a goal kick, and that won't matter. This first half is over. 1-0 the score here from Ann Arbor at the end of the first half. Regazzoni's goal in the final moments of the first half, the difference here. And Amir, what's your big takeaway out of this first half?
You know, the Wolverines go in to the locker room pretty deflated right now, giving up that goal with less than 90 seconds left in the half. It's a really tough one to go into the locker room after playing a really solid half of soccer. But, you know, just mistakes that you can change coming out of the locker room, you know, keeping your head on the swivel so you aren't in an offsides position when your team is able to get the ball to you. One of the easy things to fix, and then, you know, just good quality shots on net and with pace. You want to put some power behind those shots, so that way Mia Rayban has difficulty controlling the ball, and then you want to have your teammates crash the net. Other than that, it was a solid first half for Northwestern, able to get that goal right before halftime off a corner kick. But, you know, we'll see what they got in the second half. Michigan finds themselves down 1-0 to the Northwestern Wildcats. We're going to step away for halftime, but we will rejoin you guys in about 10 minutes.
Welcome back to a suddenly cold, windy, rainy Ann Arbor, Michigan. We are live here at the Soccer Stadium for the 5th-ranked Northwestern Wildcats and the Michigan Wolverines women's soccer. Some Big Ten action. Northwestern scoring late in the first half for the start of the second half here. The elements have taken a turn for the worst.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how both teams play with a little bit of rain falling. Nothing too crazy, nothing too noticeable, but the wind's picking up, temperatures dropping, so conditions are definitely changing.
It is a cool 51 degrees, and it feels much worse than that right now with the wind. It's not raining as hard as it did this past Tuesday when we were on the call for the Michigan-Ohio State men's soccer game, but it is definitely starting to come down here. As we begin the second half, Michigan will be attacking two.
The team is able to capitalize, put one in the back of the net. That's what Northwestern did. But Michigan, you got to remember, you're only down by a goal, and that is not a safe lead at all in soccer. So one goal, Michigan can easily get back into it. It's once you get to that 3-goal deficit when the game's basically out of hand. So for the Wolverines, you really gotta press high, press hard, try to force Northwestern to make those tough turnovers, and then have your teammates step into that passing lane, pick off the pass, and then go. Because they've been successful finding the outside channels, but it's just getting shots on net. The Wolverines got to get more shots on net. They were only able to get 3 shots on net total. Northwestern doubled that, 6 shots on net.
9 total shots to 4 in favor of Northwestern. Northwestern will get the ball to start the second half, and we are underway from Ann Arbor. It is a high, deep playing ball. But Michigan will take control, and here comes Hawkinson. Hawkinson plays it long, but too far. But the Wolverines do maintain possession. Or for a moment they do. Tried to get it out to Lawrence, but KC Lawrence, could not control, but Michigan does. Oh, swings and a miss by the defender for Northwestern. Austin, who helped set up the first goal, but she was able to recover and get the ball back. Michigan forcing another turnover, aggressive early in these first few seconds of the second half. Here's Hawkinson. Hawkinson tried to play it to Farkas, but the ball turned over, and Northwestern will retain. And they will play it back and try to settle things down. Michigan fast start here, these first minute of action. They get the ball back again. Here's Hawkinson, passes it up. Wolf plays it back, Hawkinson. Correction, Kalita. Here comes the Wolverines. Tried to cross in the box, defended away. Flag is up in the air.
The referee called offsides on that one.
Another offsides called. Number 5, I believe, on the Wolverines in this game, first of this half.
Correction, it was actually a handball by the Wolverines side ref lifting up his flag because he had a better view on the handball. So Wolverines staying at 4 offsides. Northwestern with 0.
The handball does negate the opportunity, and Northwestern finally gets a chance to control the ball. Here's Austin with the defense, playing it back and forth with Rabin. Rabin will clear it away. Northwestern taking it out. Now it's Del Carmen who's brought down, and she will earn herself and her program a free kick, which is played right away by Northwestern to Alusino. But it's just a little too far, and the Wolverines are able to, for the moment, get it back. Northwestern will steal it right back. It's Gilbertson. Plays it out to Austin. Austin playing it out. Tries to play it. It's Northwestern, but right to the Michigan defense. And Lawrence will try and take it up for the Wolverines, which she does, and now plays it out to Farkas. Farkas will touch with Hawkinson back. And across, tried to get a through ball in too far, and it'll roll slowly out for a harmless goal kick.
Yeah, Emily Lyson. I wish she would have taken one more touch with that ball because her teammate was just running step for step with Northwestern, and that's just one of those plays where it's like, it's in the back of your head. You're like, they're going to get open. They're going to be there. But if you just pick up your head, and see where they're at and see that they're running in stride with each other rather than playing that 50-50 ball. Take that touch, take your space on the field.
And Northwestern's done a good job pressuring to not give the Wolverines opportunities. They feel like they have to get the ball out quickly, but here comes a chance. We got Cross, and Lawrence was there in the box. They tried to get it to her. Defended well by Northwestern.
Yeah, good through ball to get it in through that Northwestern defense, but nobody on the receiving end at the top of the box for the Wolverines.
Tolbert plays it out. The defense will control for the Wolverines as they try and get something set up here in the second half. 41-15 to go here in half number 2. 1-0 lead for the Wildcats, the 5th-ranked Wildcats.
A chilly second half, my man. Temperature just dropping. I believe we're down to like 45 now.
It feels like 35 out here, outdoor box for us today. We do not have the comforts of indoors. We are feeling what the players are feeling.
We're out in the elements.
Out in the elements, and makes it for a fun broadcast. Played it deep. And Raven forced out, and she makes a good job being aggressive to get the ball near her dot. Not happy with the Wolverine player. I believe it is Farkas who was right there as she grabbed it. May have touched her a little bit. Raven not happy with it. The play continues. No call, no whistle. Michigan forcing another turnover here. They've been aggressive here in the second half, but not been able to get the shot opportunities. Whistle blows, and
yeah, Wolverines being aggressive, and Northwestern has noticed that. That's why they're grabbing jerseys and stuff like that. So referee initially awarding advantage, but saw that the Wolverines lost the competitive advantage on the play. So he's going to blow the whistle, give the Wolverines a free kick, and let both teams reset.
Michigan trying to take advantage of this opportunity here.
Good opportunity for the Wolverines, as we can see that rain is starting to fall on the field. It didn't have too big of a difference in the men's game last Tuesday.
Play into the box, headed, defended away, and cleared. We did see some players slip during the men's game, but overall it did not have much of a factor, and it was raining harder and longer than it has here. We'll see if it plays a role. It is colder today, though. Just missed Farkas, who was streaking up the middle. And Northwestern will control defensively. Northwestern has not been able to do much here in this first half, as Michigan has been on the offensive, pressuring the Wildcats when they get the ball, and have kept most of the possession right in front of us here on the Northwestern defensive side. The defense for Northwestern playing a little tic-tac-toe. Ball deflected and turned over. Brennan was able to get the ball, but touched it a little too far, and it'll go right back to the Wildcats. Austin will play it outside and try to get something set up for the Wildcats here, as they are taking up with speed and pace here to the far sideline. Slowly moving in, trying to get that offensive attack, but it's defended well by the Wolverines and cleared away, and Michigan gets the ball back. It's Farkas who's going to bring it up for Michigan, crossing the midline, makes a opponent miss and settles things down. Tolbert here, bringing up to midfield, plays it out to Casey Lawrence from Monroe, Connecticut. Emily Leeson played it, just tried to find Hawkinson, but it was a little too far, and the defender made a good play on the ball. And Northwestern threw ball a little too far, and Nino will come well outside of her box to control and pass it up to her defense, so Michigan can maintain the attack here. They've controlled these first 8 minutes or so of the first half, but have not been able to get a shot on goal. Ridgeway playing it deep for the Wolverines, defended well by Northwestern. They will force a turnover. Northwestern trying to set up an offensive attack here. As the wind has calmed down a little bit, hopefully not jinxing that. as Michigan gets the ball back, and they will play it around to the defense.
Next time we just got to bring a space heater with us up.
Yeah.
Up here.
It's only going to get colder from here in beautiful Ann Arbor, Michigan.
I think I potentially saw some snowflakes towards the end of the week in the forecast. Definitely not nothing to accumulate, but cold enough where the precipitation could turn into some snowflakes.
First snow, always a fun event in southeastern Michigan. Not sure how the players feel about that if they have to play in those conditions, but so far, just a slight drizzle they're dealing with today. Through ball, and here they come on a break. It's a 2-on-2 the other way. Plays it well defended by the Wolverines, and they clear it out into the student bleachers.
Most dangerous attack by the Northwestern Wildcats in the second half. Able to get the ball from one side to the far side, and that just not able to complete that final pass. Better defense by the Wolverines, yeah.
Cross it right up into the box, and Nino will control and play it quickly out for the Wolverines, who want to try and get a good counterattack here. Brennan will get it for correction. Casey Lawrence has it for Michigan. She'll play back to Tolber, and they'll set up once again defensively, trying to find that open player to get things moving through. Long pass out down the sideline, just too far and out of play for Northwestern throw.
It's just the little things right now for Michigan. You know, they're doing everything that needs to be done right. It's just those small little things. They've been able to, you know, so far.
They just haven't been able to connect on that pass, on that final pass to get a good shot opportunity. They have yet to get a shot on goal here in the second half, as we have played 10 minutes so far in half number 2, 1-0 in favor of the 5th-ranked Wildcats. Live from UM Soccer Stadium here in Ann Arbor. As the ball's turned over, and Northwestern is going to come on the counter. Tolber has been great defensively. She forces a pass to the outside for Northwestern. Gilbertson plays it forward to Del Carmen. Del Carmen at the outside of the box. 2 Wolverines there, one of which falls down. But the ball rolls out of play, and I believe it will be a corner kick for Northwestern. We have a player down for Michigan, and she is hobbling. I believe I cannot tell who that is. I do not want to say the wrong player, but the whistle will blow, and they will stop. I believe that's Dochetti. I'm not positive, but she's limping. She played good defensive coverage, though, forced a corner kick. She looks like she's just going to walk it off, or at least attempt to.
It might be Taylor Brennan, number 8.
Yep, Taylor Brennan. Looks like she'll stay in the game, though. And Northwestern will get the corner kick here, trying to capitalize again on a corner. Across to the far end of the box and overplays everyone. Northwestern chases it down before it goes out of play. Ball goes through the legs of a defender out as the Wildcats play it back. Cross in the box. Tried to make a play, but it was well defended. And Lawrence will clear it away for the Wolverines. Ball gets near midfield, but Northwestern right back on it. Gilbertson will cross it in right to Nino, who makes a grab and will throw it right back in. Try to get things moving quickly. Nino has done that multiple times here in the second half, getting the ball off a shot attempt and just throwing it right out to her defender to get play moving. As we switch field rather quickly here, as tackle made, and Michigan will draw a free kick here, and a good opportunity for the Wolverines.
Lily Farkas trying to, spin off of her defender. Defender smartly takes her down, drawing the foul. They'll give Michigan a set piece from about 35 yards out.
Can Michigan capitalize here? 32:50 to go here in half number 2, with Northwestern leading 1-0. Our Arm in the air. She walks up, fires the ball into the box. Headed and harmlessly gets to the goaltender Rabin, who grabs it and will slow things down, opposite of how Nino treated getting the ball. She will take her time to make sure that her team is set before playing it in. Northwestern controls here. Though brought down, no foul, and Michigan on the counter, passed to nobody, and a Northwestern player picks it up. The Shriver taking it up for the Wildcats. The Shriver pressing towards the box, fires and forces a corner. Good job by the Shriver forcing the ball towards the box and then getting a crossing attempt that was blocked nicely by the Wolverines, but will give Northwestern corner number 7 on the evening. Crosses it into the box. Deep header. Oh, and it goes through the legs of the defender, and they score. Northwestern played the corner back. Crossed in by Ducetti. Settled down by another Wildcat, who just rolled it through the legs of the defender Hawkinson, who was on the line. And the ball goes right into the back of the net and doubles the lead for Northwestern. It's 2-0. Goal there. She rolled it right underneath under Hawkinson. And the Wildcats lead 2-0, 29 minutes, 47 seconds to go here in half number 2.
A really deflating goal, taking a lot of energy out of this Michigan side. Giving up a goal off a corner kick. And it was a third ball in the box that was loose, and then able to go right down the middle through the legs and into the net to give Northwestern probably a commanding 2-0 lead, just the way this game has been unfolding in the second half.
Michigan has not been able to get anything going shot-wise offensively. And if you're Northwestern, you definitely want to keep it that way. That goal scored by Aura Del Carmen. It was assisted by Emma Phillips and Nicole Jensen, trying to cut this lead in half. Through ball well executed by Northwestern. Here they come on a break, trying to extend their lead even further. Cross in the middle, and diving Nino corrals it before it gets to a Wildcat who is streaking into the middle of the field. Nino plays it quickly, and Michigan coming on the counter, trying to get something going. Free kick called right near midfield, and the Wolverines will get a chance to settle things down and get something going offensively. Emma Layson cross it across the field, but too far, nobody there. Out of bounds off the bleachers to her far side, and it will be a throw-in for the Wildcats. Northwestern does the same. They clear it to nobody. Goes out of bounds near the drummer of the Michigan Ultra for a throw-in, as we have another substitute coming in. Jenna Lang from Columbus, Indiana, will come in for Hawkinson. Michigan will throw. Michigan will play it back to defense, try to set things up. Northwestern has a great job not giving Michigan any chance to really do anything here in this half. Even though Michigan's been aggressive, they've just not been able to get that shot on goal. which is what you need, down to 2 goals, 26.5 to go here in the second half. Northwestern regains control. Far sideline. Tried to play it forward, but Michigan defense boxing it off well, and Tolbert will get the ball for the defense for the Wolverines. A little quick pass action by the Wolverines down the sideline. Forced out of bounds by Northwestern, but Michigan will get a throw in near the 18-yard box, trying to get something going here. Get the crowd back into it. Crosses it into the box, and it goes and lands on the top netting of the, and out of bounds for a goal kick. Just missing once again, hitting the top of the goal net. Ray-Ban was there in case it was on target, which it was not. Goal kick, which will be played by Northwestern, and they control defensively. That pass going out of bounds. Michigan will get another throw. They will play it quickly to try and catch Northwestern off guard. In the middle, it's Wolf. Wolf tries to play it just a little long, but Michigan retains possession at the sideline. Crossed into the box, trying to get to Peters, but Peters could not get the ball. Forced out of bounds, and Northwestern will get a goal kick out of all of that.
Yeah, 24-45 left on the clock. Northwestern up 2-0 over the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan just looking for a spark. That's really what they need. The second half, they've gone quiet. Northwestern able to get that goal to give them a 2-0 lead. Michigan right now just looking for that spark. Northwestern, they're in cruise control right now.
They've been controlling the second half, Amir. And if you're Michigan, what could that spark be? Are you looking for, like, just, oh, this could be it? Nope, too far. But, yeah, if you're Michigan, you're just trying to find something to.
You really want to possess the ball is what you want to do. You want to go back to what you had in the first half.
Well, the referee stops play, and he's going to his pocketbook. Looks like someone was arguing on the Northwestern bench, and it looks like someone on the Northwestern bench was issued a yellow card. Maybe that's the spark you need if you're the Wolverines. Yellow card issued to the Northwestern bench, with giving the official an earful. Is that the spark the Wolverines need? Through ball just long. And it'll go into the waiting arms of Raven, but almost a chance there.
Too much power behind that through ball. Lots of speed behind it, but that could be the spark that Michigan needs, because Northwestern, you have a commanding 2-0 lead. Last thing you want to do is get a yellow card, especially coming from the bench. So I really don't know what call they were potentially arguing, but right now Northwestern controlling the ball on their own end.
If you're Michigan, you got to take that yellow card as a sign that Northwestern somehow, for some reason, is frustrated with something. Try to use that to your advantage. Either being up 2-0, probably not much to be frustrated with, but it was enough to warrant a yellow card. So we'll see as the ball plays back in the Michigan defense, if they can make anything of it. 23:07 to go here in the second half from Ann Arbor. Tolbert will get the ball. She'll control. Got a lot of green grass in front of her, and she will take advantage of it before playing it up. Try to catch it up to Sammy Woods, and Woods does a good job there to force a turnover, and the ball goes out of play. And Michigan will get it thrown right in front of their bench. Throwing right to an open Blake. Blake looking, trying to find someone. Nobody's there for her, and she's forced to play it back. Northwestern not giving any passing lanes available to really anyone here. They've done a great job defensively, especially in the second half. Michigan still has the ball well defended and cleared away by the Wildcats.
Yeah, Northwestern playing really solid defense. Knowing that they have a 2-0 lead, they can not play as aggressive on the offensive side of the ball, allowing them to park more defenders in the back as Michigan turns it over.
We have seen Northwestern dial it down offensively, but they do get a chance here, and they're going to take advantage. We have a 4-on-5 going the other way. Northwestern coming into the box. To the top of the box, fires a shot, and a diving save made by Raven. Ball's loose, and the rebound controlled by Northwestern. Plays it back, fires, and it's well defended, and tackle in the box. And Michigan will get the free kick, and they avoid any further damage. Great save by Raven. Great job by the Wolverines to recover defensively to avoid a second qual. And they will get the ball back here defensively, trying to get something going as the clock slowly becomes more and more unfavorable for them. Michigan trying to get something. So it's well defended. Blocked again, though. Tackle made. Whistle not blown, and here comes the Wildcats. It's Del Carmen. Plays it back to Gilbertson. Gilbertson walking in, fires with her left, and well wide of the goal. Substitutes coming in for the Wildcats. Brooke Miller, the defender out of Naperville, Illinois, coming in. She'll toss the yellow handkerchief to the player she is replacing, as we have a goal kick for Michigan. Sammy Woods controls for Wolverine, plays it forward to Kalita. Kalita plays it back, and back to Kalita, but Kalita battled off by Haas, and Haas will force a free kick, which he will play quickly to a lead Wildcat, who brings it towards the box, but well defended by the Wolverines to not give anything. Turn right back over to Northwestern. Northwestern attacking here at the top of the box. Gilbertson plays it back. Crossed in the middle by Austin, but it was defended away for a throw-in. 19:30 to go here in half number 2. Still 2-0 Northwestern. Crosses it into the box towards the back post, and it gets overhead of everyone. Slowly rolls away. And Michigan will be able to control, but not for long, as they cleared it forward to no one, and Danica Austin takes it for Northwestern.
Yeah, there's really not too much energy out there for the Wolverines. Probably lots of slow, tired legs, and the weather it's never really fun playing in the cold, especially when you're losing 2-0 too.
Yeah, it feels much worse when you're down, and that goal here early in the second half has been really deflating because they tackle made right at the line. But Michigan came out aggressive to start the second half, but once Northwestern took advantage of their second corner and put it in, it's been all Wildcats here this evening.
Yeah, and it doesn't get any easier for Michigan. They will play one of the toughest schedules in the country for the remainder of the season, with 4 of their final 5 matches against teams ranked in the top 30.
Definitely will be difficult, but if you're Michigan, you want to build momentum. That starts here. Woods trying to get into the box, but she's well defended. Almost a good chance there for the Wolverines. Played it back, they will control.
Yes, Michigan has Northwestern tonight. Then they got Penn State, Rutgers, and then Indiana as well. Lots of tough opponents.
Big Ten is a gauntlet, and in many sports, women's soccer included, no easy games here in this league. And the Wolverines are seeing that today, facing the number 5 team in the country, undefeated in Big Ten play. Haven't lost since end of August. As a through ball to a wide open. Oh, what a save. Hannah Blake was in alone and fired it low, and Rabin made the save there.
Man, Hannah Blake's going to want that one back. It was just her and the goalie.
Had most room any player has had for the Wolverines in the box today. And she just fired it right at the goalie, Rabin, who made a save down on. And Northwestern controlled it here in their defensive zone, and they get it clear. 17 minutes to go. Michigan has got to find find a way to put the ball in the back of the net. They've seen it go in the back of the net, but they also saw the flag of the line judge up on an offsides goal, which would have put them up 1-0, but it remained tied at that point, where Northwestern was able to score with about 2 minutes to go in the first half. And then they scored early here in the second half to double their lead to 2-0. Tolbert has been great defensively, a little too aggressive there on that play, but it does give Michigan a chance to get back defensively and reset. So for the Wolverines, that's a pretty good foul.
And yeah, with 16-18 left, Wolverines definitely are not out of this one, especially if they're going to create opportunities like they just did.
They got to find something soon, though. All you need is one rush. They had Blake streak open randomly on a good through ball. If you can get more opportunities like that these next couple minutes, cut into the lead, and if you can put one on the board, get all the momentum, anything could happen from there. Michigan gets a throw in near the goal line. Deep throw, but defended well. Lappy, the midfielder for Northwestern, headed the throw in and keeps the ball for the Wildcats. Here comes Gilbertson down the sideline. Gilbertson looking for someone to cross it to in the box. 2 Michigan defenders on her. Well defended. Ball battled for in the corner, and it will go out, and Michigan forces a goal kick. As you have another sub coming in, Paige Miller, who had the assist on the first goal for Northwestern, back in. And for the Wolverines, Vicky Jones, the freshman from Weymouth, Massachusetts, is in. We'll see if one of these subs here can give the Wolverines some life.
Yeah,
Nino on a goal kick.
Time ticking down, under 15 left in the half in the game, and time is not in the favor of Michigan.
Northwestern has been able to control the ball these last few minutes, just slowly dwindling away the clock. And the Wolverines have been chasing recently. Northwestern doing exactly what they want to do defensively, but they force a turnover. The Wolverines do. They force a turnover, but well defended by Northwestern, have forced the Wolverines back to their defense and have to settle down and before getting something set up. It's cleared away to no one once again, just trying to make something happen, but nobody there, and it goes out of play harmlessly for a throw-in for the Wildcats. Foul called on Northwestern. Michigan will get a free kick just beyond the midfield line. Played it long and just too deep, and Rabin comes out and grabs onto that free kick. 2 Wolverine players were there in the vicinity. Wolf and Sammy Woods were both in the area, but just too far for both of them. Neither of them can make a play on it, and Rabin coming out of her box to grab it and prevent anything from happening there. 2 Michigan defenders on the 1 Northwestern player, but Northwestern is able to continue to get the ball, and they will settle down themselves. Michigan pressuring, though, trying to force a turnover is Woods, but she cannot. There's a turnover forced by Kalita. Kalita trying to make something happen. She moves it up towards the sideline, but she's forced to play it back as Northwestern not giving up an inch here in the second half, 13 minutes to go. Tolbert taking up herself, the defender who's played really well today defensively for the Wolverines. Through ball too far. Peters gives chase, but it goes out of play for a throw-in. We have more substitutes coming in. Meredith Hawkinson coming back in for the Wolverines. Hawkinson, the leading goal scorer for the Wolverines this year with 5 goals and 5 assists. And for the Wolverines, you need her to maybe put that 6th one. Here's Sammy Woods, though, fires. Oh, well wide. Deflected though.
Maybe? No.
No deflection. That was just very well
Just
wide.
shanked it.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. Ball shanks. Good opportunity though, Sammy Woods. But she couldn't get on target. And Mia Rabine will send out the free kick as we are under 12 to go here in this matchup between the Wolverines and 5th-ranked Wildcats. Foul called as looks like Wolf was playing the header, but she got a little too physical. So Northwestern will get a free kick, moving them up, and Northwestern not in any rush to take this kick. They'll play it clear deep. Wolverines are there defensively, but Northwestern putting pressure, trying to get a 3rd goal here late and really end this game. Northwestern putting pressure. They got a trailer. It's Austin. Austin will fire into the box. Headed. And
Offsides, yep.
Offsides called, yep.
Yeah, Northwestern would love to put this game away because Michigan has definitely had a couple of opportunities in most recent minutes, to get some good shots. If Sammy Woods is able to get a better shot on net, we might be looking at a 1-score game, but Northwestern has definitely picked up the energy trying to get that 3rd goal. Because once you get that 3rd goal, it's basically over.
Especially with 10.5 to go, 3rd goal is essentially the nail in the coffin. But the Wolverines, as you mentioned, Amir, they're not going down quietly. They've had some chances, and here might be another one. Just touches are a little too hard for the Wolverines, and they're not able to get control of the ball.
Yeah, hard touches on the ball, and then Northwestern has a bunch of midfielders packing in the middle of the field.
Northwestern once again putting pressure. Tolbert forces out of play, and it'll be a throw-in for the Wildcats. We are under 10 minutes to go here from Soccer Stadium. The rain has let up, but the chilliness has not. 49 degrees here. Beautiful fall night, though, in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Near the end of the soccer season, both men and women, the elements do become a big factor as you get towards the Big Ten tournament and then the NCAA tournament. Northwestern will get a corner, though. They have scored both their goals off of corners. We'll see if they can get a 3rd across into the box, and Nino will grab it and throw it quickly and get Michigan on an offensive attack.
Wolverines can definitely counter right here. Plenty of space in that middle of the field.
Really good counter here. It's Blake going, cross out. Here's whistle blown offside. Sammy Woods just leaking a little too far.
Yeah, Sammy Woods was off most of that attack. Blake noticed it, but she thought Sammy got back just in time before she played it. Referee was right on it to call it, giving the Wolverines their 5th offsides call. 8:40 left. Michigan finds themselves down 2 goals.
Can they get something going here late? Clock continues to tick, becoming more and more of a factor. All they need is one opportunity, though. They would get all the momentum back. Get this crowd going. A fairly solid turnout here on a Thursday evening. Not a whole lot of students out, but as we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, midterm season coming to its conclusion, so final studying and preparation. The Wolverines here on a final attack, and brought down, and Michigan will get a set piece and a...
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to get a card on this one as well.
Referee walking slowly, raises his left arm in the air, holding a yellow card in his hand. We'll see who exactly that was charged to.
Right now, if you get a goal on this possession, 7:56 left, that's plenty of time to get a 2nd goal and put Northwestern really on their heels.
Free kick is just outside the box to the far sideline. The yellow card on Nicole Ducetti, who had an assist on the 2nd goal for Northwestern, but she's charged with the yellow card, and Michigan will get a free kick here, and their best chance of this half to get on the board. The cross was deep. Michigan does control, have a chance for another cross, which is blocked by Northwestern, but it will go out of play to the left side of the corner flag. So it will be a corner for the Wolverines. We do have a substitute coming in for Michigan. Lily Farkas coming back in. She has 4 goals and 5 assists on the year. Can she get goal number 5 here on this corner? Into the box, defended well by Northwestern. And nobody back for Michigan, and we have a 2-on-2 the other way, maybe becoming a 3-on-4, but Northwestern is pushing it on the counter. Through ball in, wide open, fires it just wide. Almost a dagger there.
Great opportunity for Northwestern on the counter. 2-on-2, support was coming, plays the ball to the far left to the wide open player, but just wide left of the net. Michigan still down by 2.
Those are the through balls that Michigan hasn't been able to connect on in this game. Northwestern has today, but there's still 6.5 to go. Here comes the Wolverines on an attack. Peters in the corner, trying to make a defender miss. Well defended by Northwestern, goes out of play for a throw. And whistle blow, we have a Northwestern player down, maybe cramping. Are they trying to stretch her out? Clock stops with 6 minutes and 19 seconds left here in half number 2. 2-0 Northwestern. Fallen player getting up, stretching out her legs. Looks like number 22, Gilbertson, was the one who was a little shaken up, and they're going to send her out. But walking off on her own power, we hope she will be okay. Michigan will get a throw, though, and a chance to potentially get on the board here late. Played it back to Tolbert. It's Hawkinson trying to make something happen. Here comes Michigan trying to get a cross in, and they do get the cross in, and it's defended away by Northwestern. Farkas controls, fires to the left, a weak shot that's comfortably held by Rabin, who hugs the ball, falls down on top of it, and takes her time getting up. Sammy Woods forcing Rabin to clear the ball away. As we're nearing 5 minutes to go here in the second half. Peters has it for the Wolverines, but defended well. And here comes Haas. Correction, Brooke Miller taking up for the Wildcats, plays it up in the middle. Boad will pass it up to an open player, fires, and it's on the line, and it's going to slowly roll in for a goal. That ball just got past the goalie, Nino. 2 Wildcat players were there in the corner as the ball slowly rolled past the line. I'm not sure who credit will be given to on that goal, but the Wolverines have been iced by the Wildcats at just 3-0.
Yeah, both players couldn't really decide who wanted to put that ball in the back of the net because it was loose on the goal line, but it's like, well, who should touch it? Who wants the credit for the goal? It looks like they are going to give it to Ella Haas.
Ella Haas getting credit for the goal to seal this game with 5:03 to go.
Yeah, 5:03. The fans can sense it as well as they start heading for the exits, turning on the automatic car starter, heated seats to warm up because it is a chilly one out here.
5 minutes to go in this chilly afternoon, chilly evening now.
Yeah, Thursday Night Football getting ready to kick off.
We have Bears Commanders for Thursday Night Football, another riveting action on Amazon Prime. They've done a great job picking their matchup so far, but still a few minutes left in this game. We'll see if any final action will take place. Crossed it, tried to get in the middle, but Rabin will cover once again.
I love seeing all the memes on Twitter about how the NFL secretly picked what games to give Amazon Prime. You know, be like, well, this is a great package. Here, let's spend billions of dollars.
They had the 12-9 overtime game in Denver last week.
Can you imagine leaving a game that's going to overtime? Like, that just doesn't sound right.
It shows those fans, and Denver has a really good fan base. So the fact that they were leaving during overtime shows what they were dealing with that evening last week. But we'll see how that game goes. As for broadcast on WCBN, we have the Michigan-Penn State football game on Saturday. That will be a fun one. Top 10 matchup in the big house.
Yeah, really big game for both teams. Penn State trying to get back at Michigan because Michigan was able to go to Happy Valley last year, get a win late. That Eric All touchdown that basically kept Michigan alive in the college football playoff race. Kind of seems similar this year. Penn State did start out 5-0 last year before they lost to Iowa, but they did lose their starting QB with Sean Clifford. With Sean Clifford returning, seems like he's been here forever. You might as well retire his number for how long he's played with Penn State. But it should be a really good game. Both teams will be tested.
Sammy Woods trying to sorry to cut you off there. Sammy Woods will play it out. Fires a shot, save made by Rabin. Michigan with one final chance here with 3+ to go to get a goal, but it was saved by Rabin. Corner kick for the Wolverines.
Yeah, Wolverines will get a corner kick out of this one, but it seems that Sammy Woods is down on the ground.
He did a good job battling with the Wildcat defender to get control. A little heel pass out to, I believe, Lee Farkas, who fired the shot on target. Okay.
So Michigan will be back in action here on Saturday as they welcome in Penn State as well, number 20. That is a 1 p.m. kickoff. So we could see how the Michigan faithful or the Nittany Lions are feeling after Saturday's noon kickoff on Fox.
But if you've had enough of listening to Gus Johnson and Joel Klatt, tune in to WCBN for the call on that game as well. Crossing the box, and Mia Rabine will hold on with 3:07 to go here.
Correction, Michigan will actually go on the road to Penn State.
So Michigan will be heading to Happy Valley.
Yep. Before they return home for a 2-game stand on Thursday, October 20th against Rutgers, and then a Sunday game against Indiana. Both games here at Michigan before they start Big Ten tournament play. Right now it seems like a 50-50 chance whether Michigan will host a game. The higher seed gets to host. The Wolverines were able to host a few games last year as well as the NCAA tournament opening round. So we'll see what's in store for the Wolverines. You know, tough one tonight.
Yeah, tough one tonight for sure, but very good Northwestern team. And they look like they're going to be a force to be reckoned with come Big Ten and NCAA tournament time.
Yeah, they're definitely a team that has a lot of talent all over the place. A team that could contend for a national title.
Michigan will get a free kick here as we are under 2 minutes to go from Soccer Stadium in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Clock ticks. Michigan setting up, trying to get maybe one goal, get rid of the Mia Rabin clean sheet here, and build a little confidence before they head up to Happy Valley. Hawkinson will control, played it out to Farkas, but it was another hard touch, and it was just cleared away into the Northwestern bench. 1:15 to go. Here come the Wolverines trying to get something. Try to get to Sammy Woods. Woods, oh, the pass was a little hard. Woods made the touch too hard and went right into the waiting arms of Mia Rabin, who holds on.
Yeah, really tough to get a touch with the outside of the foot with so much power behind the ball and also running at full speed. But if she's able to get that touch, then it's just a one-touch finish in the back.
Michigan putting the pressure, though, these last 40 seconds of play, trying to get it on the goal sheet. Vicky Jones plays it out. Peters will cross it in. We have an open, chips it over, and it hit the crossbar, and it's cleared away. Farkas trying to control at the top of the box. She will fire with her left, and it just wide. Final flurry of action here as we near the end of this game. Hitting the crossbar, the ball was chipped up off the top of the crossbar.
I think that Sammy Woods play right there sums up the game for the Wolverines. Knocking on the door, just not able to finish.
And that will do it here from Ann Arbor. Northwestern with the 3-0 win. The Wildcats with a really good game today. They were able to control, not give many good opportunities. Michigan tried to get something again, couldn't get it to go. Any closing thoughts, Samir, on this one?
Yeah, you know, you can go back to that first half, and it was a solid 43.5 minutes before Penn State was able to get that goal heading into halftime, and I think that's what set these two teams apart, as, you know, Penn State had a little bit
Northwestern.
Northwestern,
thinking ahead to Saturday.
Thinking ahead to Saturday, as Northwestern was able to get that goal and, you know, give them a lot of momentum going in the locker room, and then Michigan came out kind of flat in that second half, not able to get too many opportunities, but, you know, they were there. It's just small things to work on, and for sure head coach Jennifer Klein will get her team ready. They do have a short turnaround before they make the trip down to Happy Valley on Sunday, where they take Penn State. It's a quick turnaround, but it's a tough one to lose 3-0 at home.
Michigan with only one win at home, but they have 5 on the road, so we'll see how they do it at Happy Valley. But as for tonight, final score, Michigan 0, and the number 5 ranked Northwestern Wildcats 3. For Amir Betkosh, I'm Peter Nasser. This has been Big Ten Network, big women's soccer presentation on WCBN Sports. Have a great night, everyone, and go blue.